Are U.S. tech regulators focused on the right targets to protect the public? The United States Department of Justice has announced an antitrust lawsuit against Alphabet's Google business. An enormous amount of press copy has been written on this topic in the few days since the lawsuit was announced. Similar lawsuits are underway in the EU. These cases make sense as a defense against higher prices resulting from limited competition. But winning these cases will take a lot of time. Google has a lot of cash on hand to pay for the legal representation required to counter the US DOJ antitrust charges. The case could take a decade or even longer to resolve. The US DOJ should be commended for its willingness to go up against Google. But what about the US Department of Transportation? What are regulators at the US DOT doing about Tesla's allegedly completely autonomous self-driving software? Jay Ramey's story for AutoWeek on this topic is worth a read. Why is it up to Tesla's senior management in the form of Elon Musk to solely decide when and how to release software capable of making a vehicle into, effectively, a lethal weapon? And a notable quote from Ramey's story here is, Elon Musk hinted that the rollout would be, quote, extremely slow and cautious as it should, end of quote. The system proposes to be able to navigate city streets and highways alike, in theory making point-to-point commuting without driver intervention possible. And if Tesla goes forward, and I've noted here, if Tesla goes forward on this, the results could be literally catastrophic, especially in an urban, densely populated area. What has the US DOT said about Tesla's published intention to take itself into a beta with the software? I can't find a mention. Faiz Siddiqui explains why in a story he wrote for the Washington Post titled "Tesla is Putting Self-Driving in the Hands of Drivers Amid Criticism the Tech is Not Ready." Why highly lethal tech like self-driving software is, quote, lightly regulated in the United States, end of quote, is a topic the United States Congress may want to look into. Tesla investors should also gauge the risk of fatalities arising from an ill-conceived release of this software into production, damaging Tesla's stock price over the long term. Should Tesla carry the same liability coverage typical of a commercial airline? What about the terrorism exposure? What liability coverage might Tesla be able to secure against the risk of malicious misuse of the self-driving software? And if the argument then becomes, well, we put the car in the hands of the owner, that argument doesn't fly because Tesla has the ability with every vehicle to update the software on the fly while the vehicle is actually in motion. So the linkage of Tesla to the vehicles themselves is a two-edged sword. And Tesla's management should be aware, and the board of directors should be aware and cognizant of this risk. The better approach would be for US DOT regulators to step in. The jury is out on whether this will occur or not. If, as Siddiqui reports in his story, it is up to a consortium of Tesla rivals to issue a public warning about the dangers of Tesla's software hitting production, the odds of the public getting the protection it requires are not favorable. My name is Ira Michael Blonder. I'm the CEO and founder of IMB Enterprises Incorporated. We are an advisory firm working with C-suite at early stage enterprise software businesses. If you don't have a working handle on the risk implicit to your software in the hands of your customers, we would highly recommend that you quantify that risk. If you need help doing it, we certainly can help you with that. We're always open, or I'm always open to a short phone call at no charge. Please don't hesitate to take me up on that. If you've got a topic you'd like to breeze by us, my phone number is area code 631-673-2929. Our webpage is https://www.imbenterprises.com. We have a blog on that site with over 2,000 posts written as far back as 2011 on topics germane to early stage enterprise software businesses. And please don't hesitate to visit my Twitter page at Mike the Bebop. Speak with you tomorrow.